Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. The Cleveland Browns are currently in one of the most intriguing and pivotal points of their season, and the spotlight is shining brightly on one of their young guns, Shedeur Sanders. Drafted in the 5th round, just behind another rookie quarterback, Dillon Gabriel, Sanders' journey so far has been nothing short of a roller coaster, but his story is turning into one of perseverance and promise. When the Browns drafted Sanders, many fans saw a potential backup or developmental quarterback. But with the way he's been improving, especially under the intense spotlight of the NFL, it's clear that he's emerging as a serious contender for Cleveland's future at the quarterback position. Initially, Sanders started the season as the third-string quarterback, behind established names and more experienced rookies. However, the injury to Deshaun Watson and some early struggles from the other quarterbacks opened the door for Sanders. What's impressive is how quickly he seized the opportunity. Making 4 starts, he's shown flashes of raw talent combined with a youthful eagerness to learn. His best performance so far came in Week 14 against the Tennessee Titans. Sanders threw for 364 yards, completed 23 of 42 passes, scored 4 total touchdowns, and added 29 rushing yards. That game earned him the AFC Offensive Rookie of the Week honors, and it's clear he's got the talent to compete at the highest level. Browns fans, you've got to be excited about this kid's potential, especially considering how much he's already accomplished in such a short time. But let's be honest, it's not all smooth sailing. Sanders just faced his toughest challenge yet in Week 15 against the Chicago Bears. That game was a real test. He threw 3 interceptions and was sacked 5 times. Not exactly the performance anyone wanted, especially with playoff hopes on the line. Still, that's part of the learning curve for any young quarterback trying to find his footing in the NFL. What's encouraging is that Sanders is being honest about his struggles and eager to improve. During a recent media session, he talked openly about what he needs to work on and also revealed some valuable advice he received from NFL veteran Jameis Winston of the New York Giants. That's right, a guy like Jameis Winston, who's been through the highs and lows of the league, took the time to talk to Sanders and give him some words of wisdom. Sanders shared that Winston emphasized the importance of winning, not just playing well, but actually coming out on top. That's a mindset Browns fans want to see from their young quarterback. Sanders said, I talked to Jameis a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, the most important thing is to win. Having that guidance, having that knowledge from a vet like him, it truly helped me understand a little bit more. That kind of mentorship can be a game changer, especially for a quarterback still trying to find his rhythm in the league. Sanders also reflected on his recent play, acknowledging that he hasn't been playing the winning football he aspires to. I always knew winning, that's the final goal, he said. That's what everybody in the league is trying to do. You just have to focus on that. The more plays you stack, the more completions you rack up, the better chance you have at winning. So have I been playing winning football lately? No, I don't think so. That kind of honesty and self-awareness is exactly what Browns fans love to see from their young QB. It shows maturity, a desire to grow, and a commitment to the team's success. Looking ahead, Sanders faces a stretch that will really test his resolve and development. Up next, he's got a home game against the Buffalo Bills, a team with a formidable defense and some of the league's best offensive weapons. That game will be a true measuring stick for his growth. Can he handle the pressure and produce a winning effort? Following that, the Browns will face 2 AFC North rivals, the Pittsburgh Steelers and Cincinnati Bengals, both of whom are fighting for playoff positioning and have defenses that won't make things easy for Sanders. This is a crucial period for the Browns and their young quarterback. It's the kind of stretch that can either make or break confidence, so Browns fans, keep your eyes glued and your support loud. Now, let's talk a bit about the bigger picture. The Browns are in a division that's been highly competitive this year, with the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers all vying for supremacy. A strong showing from Sanders and the Browns' offense in these upcoming games could really shift the landscape. If Sanders can continue to develop, learning from his mistakes, taking Winston's advice to heart and building on his best performances. There's no reason Cleveland can't make a serious playoff push. The team has a solid defense, a reliable running game led by Nick Chubb when healthy, and a coaching staff that's been emphasizing growth and resilience. The question mark remains at quarterback, but Sanders' trajectory is promising, and Browns fans are starting to believe that they might have found their future signal caller. And let's not forget, this season is also about the long term. The front office has been clear about wanting to build a competitive team, and the development of young players like Sanders is a key piece of that puzzle. The hope is that Sanders continues to gain confidence, avoids costly turnovers, and learns to read defenses better as the season progresses. His ability to adapt under pressure, especially in these critical games, will be essential to the Browns' playoff aspirations. Browns fans, you've seen flashes of brilliance, and with each game, Sanders is learning what it takes to succeed at this level. More than anything, this season has been a roller coaster of emotions. From the highs of that Week 14 game to the lows of Week 15 struggles, the Browns are showing resilience. The team's defense remains one of the best in the league, capable of keeping them in games, but the offense needs to produce more consistently. Sanders' growth is directly tied to the team's success, and the fact that he's already making strides at such a young age is incredibly promising. The coaching staff's focus on improving his decision-making, reading defenses, and limiting turnovers will be critical in these final games of the season. The AFC North is a brutal division, and every game counts. Browns fans, you should be proud of the fight your team is putting up. Sanders, in particular, has shown that he's got the mental toughness and the talent to be a franchise quarterback. It's about patience, development, and trusting the process. And if he keeps learning from his experiences, Cleveland's future at QB looks brighter than ever. The next few weeks will be crucial, not just for Sanders' career, but for the Browns' entire season and their hopes of returning to the playoffs. The division rivals are watching closely, but Cleveland has all the pieces to make a deep playoff run if this young quarterback keeps progressing. Now, as we look deeper into what this means for the Browns, it's clear that having a young, hungry quarterback like Sanders could be a game-changer. His willingness to learn, combined with the experience he's gaining now, could set the stage for a bright future. Browns fans, you've been through ups and downs, but this season is shaping up to be a defining moment for your team's quarterback development. The way Sanders handles the pressure, takes in advice, and continues to improve will determine whether Cleveland can finally break through and contend at the highest level again. In the end, what's exciting is not just the immediate future, but the long-term potential. The Browns have made smart moves in assembling a talented roster, and now it's about building around young players like Sanders. The AFC North is no longer a one-team division, it's fiercely competitive, and Cleveland is positioning itself to be a major player for years to come. The journey of Shedeur Sanders is emblematic of that new era, one of growth, resilience, and relentless pursuit of greatness. So Browns fans, stay fired up and keep supporting your team through thick and thin. The season isn't over, and there's still a lot of football left to play. With Sanders leading the charge, the future looks promising. The next few games will be critical, and if he continues to progress, Cleveland could be on the verge of something special. Remember, every snap, every play, and every lesson learned is a step toward that ultimate goal, a Super Bowl. Browns Nation, let's rally behind this young quarterback and this team because the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Sanders' progress? Do you believe he's the future of the franchise? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. The journey is far from over, and with your support, Cleveland's path to glory is still very much alive. Let's go Browns!